Hi, today is Ma'soom Qom's birthday in the Islamic calendar. She is the daughter of the 7th Imam, Imam Kazim, and she's also the sister of our 8th Imam, Imam Rada, and she's the aunt of our 9th Imam, Imam Jawad. I've explained more about Imams in a different video, but that's not the only thing that makes her special. She herself is an incredibly righteous and knowledgeable person, which I will tell you stories about her and explain more about her later in the video. Today is also Daughter's Day or Girls' Day. This is not an Islamic thing, but it's more a culture thing where many Muslims, especially Iranian Muslims, have designated this day because of the birthday of Ma'soom Qom to be like Daughter's Day, where they appreciate their daughters and give them gifts and celebrate, just like Father's Day or Mother's Day. I'll explain more about the value of girls and daughters in Islam in a later video. Okay, so let me explain more about Ma'soom Qom. Ma'soom Qom was born on the 1st of Dhul Qa'dah, the 11th month of the Islamic year. Her parents were Imam Kazim, our 7th Imam, and Lady Najma. Lady Najma was a very great woman herself. Her brother, the 8th Imam, Imam Rada, kind of raised her from when she was like 10, 11ish because they took her father away. And she's the aunt of our 9th Imam. Ma'sooma isn't actually her main name. Her real name is Fatima. But her brother, Imam Rada, had referred to her by this name, Ma'sooma. So that's why we all call her Ma'sooma now. Ma'sooma means infallible. That means you don't do any sins. Her grandfather, our 6th Imam, Imam Sadiq, even gave a prophecy about her. He said, "A lady called Fatima, that is from one of my children, will die in Qom, and with her intermediacy, our followers will enter heaven." The interesting thing is, she was Fatima, and she did die in Qom. But she was actually born in Medina. I'll explain how she ended up hundreds of miles away from her home later in the video. She was very smart from even a very young age. There's this story where a group of Shi'as had come to ask the 7th Imam, her father, some questions. They had written the questions in a piece of paper, and when they went to Medina, they wanted to give the piece of paper to Imam Kazim, and he would have wrote the answers down for them, and he would have given it back to them. But sadly, Imam Kazim wasn't there. He was traveling. So instead, his daughter, his very young daughter, took the paper, wrote them the answers, and gave it back to them because they were in a rush and they couldn't wait for him. When they left Medina, they actually came across Imam Kazim. They told him the story and they showed him the letter. And when he saw his daughter's answers, he said, "Fadaha abiha" 3 times. Fadaha abiha is a phrase where it means her dad is willing to die for her. It's like an Arab thing for saying, "I love my daughter and she's so great." She not only answered questions about Islam, she also used to teach in Medina. And not only that, she used to actually narrate hadiths from the Prophet or from the Imams or from her great-grandmother Fatima Zahra that had been carried down from generation to generation, and then she used to tell it to people and explain. All of these different roles made her have an instrumental role, just like her great-grandmother Fatima Zahra, in expanding our knowledge about Islam, especially strengthening our belief in Shia Islam. So as you can see, she wasn't only just very knowledgeable and intelligent, she also used to teach others. And not only she knew a lot, but she used to act upon what she knew. And that's a very, very important thing to do. So let me explain how she ended up from Medina to Qom. And to explain this, you need to know a story before that. The story of her brother, Imam Rada. Long story short, the ruler of the time didn't like Imam Rada. Imam Rada had too many followers and he posed a threat to his power. So he forced Imam Rada to come to him in Khurasan. Khurasan is a very far place from Medina, where the palace of the ruler was there. So he took Imam Rida to Khurasan, and he kept him away from the people, so the people lose access to him, and he starts losing the followers, and people distance themselves, and just lose his power among the people. He wanted that to happen. So he took him away, and then Imam Rida, after a year, he wrote a letter to his sister Ma'suma saying, come and visit me, or come to me, and come to Khurasan. She listened to her brother. She came with a big group of like her other brothers and her nephews and family members. All of these people, they started going to Khurasan. The ruler obviously didn't want this. And when Ma'suma was coming to Khurasan from Medina, wherever she stopped, she used to explain, she used to tell people about the Imams and explaining about her brother. The ruler was against this. So a group that was backed by the ruler came and attacked them and stopped them from going to Khurasan. They attacked them, and most of the men in Ma'suma's group died. So here, either Ma'suma was poisoned, or from how sad she was and how hard it was losing all the men in the group, she became very sick. She knew she wouldn't make it to Khurasan anymore. So she diverted her path to Qom. Why Qom? Because she had heard that Qom is the center of the Shi'as of the Imams. Many of the people of Qom went to welcome her. She went and stayed in Musa ibn Khazraj's house for like 17 days and rested and prayed, and maybe she even answered a few questions of the people in Qom. And after that, she sadly passed away. Where she passed away, they made a shrine. Now many people go and visit there. Apparently, her brother said visiting her is like visiting him. Thank you for watching until the end of the video. Please subscribe for more content about Islam, like it, share it with other people to learn more about Ma'suma Qom, especially on her birthday. And if you have any questions, write them in the comments below. Any suggestions, anything, just write them in the comments below. Thank you, and bye.